All right, what's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. So, I just want to be real here. All right, I cheated on my diet. Yep, plant-based coach. I help people get jacked, get ripped, but I still slipped up anyways. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm going to do is just tell you what happened to me and what it taught me. Okay, and don't cancel me. All right, just hear me out. So it really came down to any other things that comes into life. Sometimes we have family, we have vacation, we have to travel. Well, that happened to me, all of it. I have family over, and I've been traveling. So when family is over, when it comes to my clients, and even with me, sometimes a day, if there was like extra cooking, I could stay away from it, stick to my plan. um a week, I could stay strong. Now, I had family members over for over 3 weeks, right? So it's just like the first week, I was strong. Then moving to the second week, the third week, pretty much after the first week, going into the second week, that's when I started digging into the food. Because everyone's cooking more, people want to eat out. So I don't want to be like super strict. And at the same time, I don't got anything going on anyways. You know what I'm saying? So I just like being at a particular uh, place with my physique when it comes down to just being sustainable for certain periods throughout the year. So with that said, I started splurging, and then everything was fine. But then with the traveling, stress, work, everything starts combining and complying, compounding itself. Then the food starts becoming more of a, now I'm not just eating extra more. Now I'm just eating to reduce the stress. You know what I'm saying? And now what I did was now I created like a reason why I should eat more. Now it's not just about just communion and being social. Now it's being part of stress. You know what I'm saying? And then what I'm doing is I start adapting bad eating habits again. For example, I'll start doing late night eating too frequently, going to bed with a full stomach, eating foods that's high in sugar, high in salt, super late at night. Then it starts ruining your sleep. You start feeling energy fluctuations. You know what I'm saying? So in the beginning, it's not a big deal. I won't feel it as much. But then when you start doing that repetition, then you start enabling yourself doing those bad habits. But obviously, I know like I have a limit. You know what I'm saying? I have a limit where I'm like, okay, I need to take control again. And this is why, doing your measurements, still working out, so if you're still doing all that stuff, like that's going to slow down the weight gain, the weight regain for sure. But you want to have a limit. And I had a limit because I was like, all right, I know I need to stop eventually. And I give myself a date. And when I give myself a date, I just go ahead and start working on it and doing it. And then I set another goal. So while everything was happening, I kind of let go. I just told myself, all right, you know what? Whatever. It's not a big deal. Like, yeah, I could still, I'm looking at my body every day anyway, so I could see it changing. I'm like, all right, I still look good. I still fine. Nothing's wrong. All right. Little skin's getting a little thicker. A little bit of vascularity is disappearing. It's still good. But then after a while, once you start looking at the mirror, you just feel bloated all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I just start feeling bloated. And at first you're like, all right, so I'm holding a little bit of water. I've been eating a little late at night. I just need to stop eating late at night. But you just don't stop eating late at night. Guess what? Then you really start seeing the water piling up. You start really seeing yourself looking a little bit flatter, and it starts going faster. It's like, okay, what just happened? 3 weeks. Look at me. So what I'm trying to say overall, and this is just with me, like obviously, like I have a limit. I'm pretty disciplined on myself. I've been in this industry for a very long time, so I know like where I put a mark. Even when I'm bulking, I still do the same principles. It's like, okay, if I'm bulking, this is more structured, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm putting myself a goal and an allowance to eat X amount of calories if I wanted to, and I expect the physique that I want during that period, you know. But what I'm trying to say here is that I have goals for where I want to be at. So it's the same when it comes to a lot of my clients. I'm like, what are your goals right now? What are you trying to do? So if you're trying to get ribbed and get like six pack, you're trying to lose that body fat, you want to be able to make priorities for that goal. And you have to remember, like, every time you stop for those goals stay on a pause. Okay. And you have to understand once how long are you going to stay in that pause until you start going again. And with my clients, I really try to tell them, you know, you want to make sure you put, if you're going through some stuff, okay, I get it. You know, like, not all the time we can be perfect, but we need to know a time when we're going to put our foot down and say, hey, we need to do this now. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what some people are saying. So did the quality of foods affect the body composition and mood? Yeah. Because if you're eating food, especially, first of all, if you eat late at night, like, it might help you go to sleep better, but you don't go into deep sleep because your sugar, like, if I'm eating, like, I was eating ice cream late at night, and this is something I know is bad, you know, but when I did it, what happened? My heart, I wear the Oura ring, so I track like how my body reacts. So it's not like I'm just saying it. Like, I'm telling you because I actually track my sleep, so I know what affects me. And what happens? My sleep quality goes down, my heart rate skyrockets, and then when I wake up, I feel tired. And guess what? It starts playing an effect in your mood. It plays an effect in your workouts. So this is why I'm pretty disciplined in what I do, because I know how I feel when I do the right things. I feel the best. I get the best sleep if I go to bed early, you know, eat early, eat my dinner. I just finished eating my dinner at 6, you know, try to get my dinner before the sun goes down, you know, do all this stuff. So I'm able to get proper sleep so I can feel fully rested, you know. But if you start doing that routine over and over again, it's like you get stuck in that cycle. You definitely get stuck. And all I had to do was just remove all the devices. Like, the family's gone. We eliminated all the snacks that was in the house. Like, all right, no more snacks. Time to get back on it. And then just to break those cravings, because it becomes not a cravings, but those cravings become habits. So it's like almost like a routine, because your body loves routine. So what I did is I bought, like, right now I'm sipping on it right now, the Zevias. It's calorie-free soda. It's sweet, but 0 calories. You know what I'm saying? So I'll sip on that throughout the evening, throughout night. And then that's going to, I'm just replacing it. I'm replacing the habits with better devices. It's things that's healthier. So I'm like, all right, I want something sweet. All right, I'm not going to eat ice cream. I want to just sip on soda, because I know how I like how I feel. Even and you feel it in the first day. Like the first day, I've been off my diet for about like 3 weeks, which is nothing, you know. But once I jump back on it, I feel amazing. Like day one, I'm like, man, I had a full rest of sleep. And sometimes it's good to take breaks too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're someone who diets a lot, like, sometimes it's good to take a break, you know, and just get off the wagon for a little bit. But just make sure, like, when you get off, like, you need to know your return date. It's no like, oh, coming back for next year, you know, like, because some people, when they fall off. Like, if I take a break, I take a break. But even and I've rarely done this, but if I actually took a break and I'm just like, I just want to eat what I want, not track nothing, just like, you know, like, not even be conscious on anything, it's a month. But that's super duper rare because I know like when I do those things, it's probably because I'm just going through very stressful time, things like that. But it there's nothing really good. Maybe like the first week or two. After that, it gets pretty bad. Yeah, Zevia's fire. It's a really good soda. But I could tell like people who drinks regular soda to go to Zevia, it's not the same because it's definitely not the same. Someone said I used to consume Worcester sauce 2 years out there with sardines in it. Mm.